Hello, lovely human. Thank you for joining me today. Today is day 9 of my 7-minute Soundbites. Yeah, I nearly forgot what it was called. SMS video series. And when I started this, I told myself I would be very disciplined and I would post a video a day. And I'm aiming to do that. And sometimes I'm organized enough to record maybe a couple on the same day so I can release them in advance. And on some days like today, well, it's almost the end of the day here in the UK and I realized I haven't recorded one. So here I am. And today the topic I want to talk about is how our thoughts create our reality. And what I mean by this is, people often think that the reality that we live in is basically a fait accompli. It's already what is, and we just have to fit in to whatever we experience. But the truth is, of course, that our reality is how we perceive it, but more importantly, that we can create the kind of reality we want, the kind of life we want. So let me give you an example. So yesterday, for instance, I was walking down to go towards Beckenham High Street. Now that's kind of near where I live, and it was a longish walk. It was about 25 to 30-minute walk, and as I walked down there, I remembered a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in quite a while. She also lives locally, hadn't seen her since before the pandemic, and I just remembered that the last time I had physically bumped into her was on that street, and that I was walking with my daughter at the time and she was walking with her daughter, and we'd bumped into one another and we'd had a quick chat, and I just suddenly thought, I wonder how Kuljeet is doing. I haven't seen her in a really long time. And then today, as I was in a different part of the place I live in, so not on that same street at all, I was coming back after having done some errands, and guess who I see? Just literally walking towards me, but she hadn't seen me, was my lovely friend Kuljeet. And so it was so nice, and we just stopped there and we chatted for a while, and we've now promised to catch up again properly. And I just feel like by just thinking about her and remembering her and expressing a desire to see her again, here she was. So our thoughts create our reality. But I also came across this lovely quote, which has been attributed to Gautam Buddha. Now, I don't know if he actually said it, but it sounds like the kind of thing he might have said. He says, what we think, we become. What we imagine, we create. And what we feel, we attract. And now this is so beautiful and so profound, and I want to repeat it just in case you want to write this down. What we think, we become. What we imagine, we create. And what we feel, we attract. And following on from my video from yesterday about the emotional spectrum, this holds particularly true. And I think for us to become aware of what emotions we are feeling or what feelings we're carrying around with us will most likely translate into the thoughts that go round and round in our heads, and that in turn will affect the reality we attract to ourselves, which in turn will of course influence how we feel. So there's a real opportunity to take a step back, increase the awareness of both our thoughts, our feelings, and perhaps choose, we all have free will, choose to change the track a little bit so that we create a slightly different reality, one that is happier, one that is more to our liking. And the bit about imagination is so, so powerful. Now, as you might know or might not know, I'm actually a coach, and I help clients to create abundance in their lives. And abundance comes from, first of all, giving yourself permission to imagine and visualize what an abundant life looks like. And when you do that, when you take that first step to really imagine what an abundant life looks like for you, you can do that without worrying about the how of how you're going to create it, or the limitations that you might, see so clearly in your current circumstance. We sort of set all those to one side, and we simply go into the land of imagination that we were so good at as children, where, we didn't necessarily let reality get in the way of a really good dream or imagination. So that's what you need to do. And once you've done that, then it's amazing how it feeds into the feelings. So, generally when you've imagined something really wonderful, you start to feel good. When you feel good, your thoughts reflect that good feeling. And before you know it, you have created that reality for yourself, and you have become the person that you see in your mind's eye. So, Kuljit, if you're watching this, I probably will send her this video so she knows that I created a video around my bumping into her. It was so wonderful to see you again, Kuljit, and I'm looking forward to having a proper catch-up and going off and doing maybe a little bit of a road trip to somewhere like Glastonbury. I think that would be amazing. And for those of you who are watching this video, I want to say thank you so much. If you enjoyed it, if you resonated with what I said, then please show your appreciation through a comment or a reaction. And of course, if you want to carry on being notified of my videos, then please do subscribe. It's lovely to have you here with me. Look after yourself and have an amazing day. Bye-bye for now.